Okay, Emily Brentana going off to Oakland. We went through all of your stuff with your original letter from Oakland, and we talked about it, and we know about it. And this is a follow-up. We are sitting here right now, like 3 days before graduation, correct?
Yep.
And you just went through your practice session, correct? What was your final package like? I want to know what happened after that original package. Did you get any more money?
I did get more money because I got my music scholarship.
Okay, let's talk about that. What happened? Because that wasn't written into the original.
No,
Okay.
and neither was the two academic and geographic region.
No,
awards.
but we did go over those.
But you went over those,
They went over. Okay.
So after the ones that you guys went over, I got a music scholarship for auditioning. Basically, they liked what I played, and so they gave me money for it.
And what do you play?
I played the trumpet.
and what did they do? Did you go up and try
I just
out?
went and I auditioned. So
Okay.
what happened is you have to audition to get into the School of Music, and they accepted me on the spot, which is extremely rare. And then they offered me a music scholarship after that and try to so basically for most people it'd be to entice them to come to their college further.
But you were.
But I was already
there.
committed,
No, okay.
so
they okay.
it was just because I was good, I guess.
So how much did you get?
I got $4,000.
Spread out over 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Is it so it's not front loaded?
Nope.
Okay, so this moves into your thing.
Yep. Everything I got nothing is just freshman year. Everything is renewable.
Everything is no front loading. And
Yep.
now what about, did you get anything through like Muskegon Foundation or anything?
No.
Community Foundation. You didn't. So
I did not.
So that was the end of your
Yes,
package, was
that
the
was it.
$4,000
Yep.
one. Okay. So when we look at your package and all this is on paper, what are you left paying next year?
Well, my parents are going to help a little bit,
Okay.
which I didn't think was going to happen at the beginning of the year because our financial situation is different now than I thought it was going to be. So they're going to help a little bit. I'm going to be left with like $3,000.
$3,000.
Pretty much, yeah.
And now you can chip away at that. So you have
Yes.
$3,000 this fall going up to Oakland. Worst case scenario, if you get your 3-point, you're looking at $12,000.
Max going out of
max.
college, yeah.
Max. That's if you don't save any money. I mean, you could save.
Right, yeah. And I'm planning on
3,000.
working too. I'm not doing work study. I'm going to do an on-campus job instead.
You are, okay.
Because the math makes more sense. If you do my work study, it was like $3,500 a year, which if I spread it out for a 20-hour work week, which is your max, it's less than minimum wage.
Okay.
So if I do an on-campus job, I'll end up with more money in the end, and even if I save it up, I'll end up with more money than work study is going to give me. So
Are you going to work this summer?
yes.
Okay. Another question. With all of this stuff, and it's a beautiful package, it really is, and you deserve it. Your package to Western was awful.
Yes, it was terrible.
It
was terrible.
How much were you looking at in loans if you took it?
Almost everything. There was like my Pell Grant, that was it. So $3,000 was. So there was $21,000 left to pay on it.
In your package to Michigan State.
There would be about $10,000 left a
Okay,
year.
so $40,000.
So that was a little bit
That was
better,
a
but
little
not nowhere near Oakland.
So that should tell people that don't put all your eggs in one basket. Why did you originally even try Oakland? How did Oakland come on to
You want the honest answer?
I want the honest answer.
The honest answer is I was trying to get out of class one day, and so I decided to go to their meeting, their campus meeting here, like the representative came. So I went there, and then their application was free, and Miss Janusa was driving me crazy saying I needed a 3rd or 4th college. So I was like, fine, it's free, I'll apply. And I applied, and they gave me that package, and I was like, I can't refuse that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was how it came about. I had no idea. I didn't put any faith in Oakland until they gave me that package, and I was like, what? And then I went to their campus, and I loved it.
Why do you love it?
It just feels like home. There's no... you go to MSU, and it feels like you're in the middle of a city, and there's, parties everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's kind of dirty. It just kind of feels messy. And you go to Oakland, and it's, new and nice and clean. And, there's no party stores. There's none of that. It's just calm.
It's a nice campus.
Yeah, it's a really nice campus.
Cool.
In the middle of, really nice neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So,
God, that's all good.
Yeah.
And any suggestions that you would have for anybody that's going through this process in the future?
just listen to Mr. Wood.
No,
seriously, because I just did everything he told me to in his class. I applied it the next year, and now I'm only going to come out of college with max $12,000 debt.
Wow.
Absolute max.
Cool. So we were talking about what something is in the air at Oakland.
Yes.
Okay, because I'll start this. I'll say that there was my sister was telling me, she lives in Chicago, and she was driving back and forth, and she kept saying there's so many Oakland University billboards around, and then I started looking, and they're all over the place.
They're everywhere. They're on the radio. They're on Facebook. Everywhere.
Why? What is happening at Oakland?
They are trying to get more kids from outside of their community. Because personally, every time I've been there, every single person I met is from Rochester or Wayne or all the little surrounding counties right there.
Okay.
So they have their little bubble right around Oakland, and that's all their kids are coming from. So when they get kids from outside of their little bubble, they give them grants and housing grants and everything else they need so that they can come there and live there, like, basically for free.
Okay, and so you caught that bubble.
I am. I'm one of those bubbles.
You caught the bubble.
So being 3 hours away, obviously, like, I'm going to have to live on campus. So they gave me a geographic region grant. So because I'm outside of their little bubble, they gave me a grant.
That's why they called it the geographic. I wondered why they called it
that's
that.
why it's called that.
And that was, you have to stay in the dorm.
You have to stay in the dorms,
Okay.
yep. And then I got OU housing grant,
Yep.
which was like $5,000 a year, which is huge. That's almost all of your housing
Stay
right
in the
there.
dorms.
To stay in the dorms.
Because they're trying to
So,
build a on-campus population.
Yep. So my dorms are actually completely paid for. Like, I don't have to worry about a single dime about my dorms. It's my tuition that I have left.
Now, didn't you also
Say that it's pretty.
Yes, it's very pretty. It's
Yeah.
really, it's calm. There's a lake on campus, actually. It's pretty small, but there's a lake on campus, and their student government, actually, I found this cute. Their student government just put hammocks around their lake. So there's hammocks and trees all the way around their lake.
Well, we should do that here with our
It's
student
really
government.
cool. Yeah, that's really cool. And then they just put a new freshman dorm on campus, and all but 2 of their dorm buildings are air conditioned, which is
Wow.
like huge.
They are
The one I'm in is air conditioned. So
Oh.
they're like, and their honors college, their honors college building is, you can't beat it. It's so
And
cool.
you're in the honors college?
Yeah, it's only 2 years old, so it's like brand new.
You know, I
and
haven't
beautiful.
asked you what you're going to study.
I'm gonna study music performance,
Music performance. And
Yes.
so what
Do you see yourself doing 5-10 years down the road?
studio musician. So I want to play for like movies, basically. I think that'd be the coolest thing in the world, is going to work every day and playing for a movie. Like, that's just the goal. I mean, obviously I'd like to do like other bands and everything else on the side, but being a studio musician is like what I want to do. So I didn't write a single thing for Oakland. There were no essays, there was nothing. Like, their acceptance average or whatever starts at like a 2 something and a 900 something on your SAT. And I have a 3.7 and 1150. So I was obviously accepted. It was like a safe school for me. And even their honors college started at a 3.5, so I didn't have to write anything for their honors college. I was immediately accepted, which got me into the nicer dorms, better classes with only, their classes max out at 20 people. Like, I will never have to take a lecture hall. The only thing I did outside of putting my name, social, and everything else on a piece of paper was my audition, and I only had to do that because that was my major.
And you got your package prior to
Before
your
I
audition.
auditioned,
That only
yes.
added another $4,000.
So that was all academic or region related. So only because I was outside of the region and had good academics was the only reason they gave me that much money.
And you're not in the top 10?
I'm not in the top 10. I'm 13.
Okay,
Absolute max.
cool.
So, yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yay! Go what? Golden Bears?
Golden Grizzlies.
Golden Grizzlies. That's right. Night.